Hey folks, welcome to B5 Bricks. Hope you're all well. In today's video, the Razorcrest, an already iconic ship in the Star Wars universe and one of the most anticipated LEGO sets when it came out. I built this UCS style mock recently, but it came out of frustration with the official set. And I'll show you all the details of my mock in my next video, but I wanted to explain in this video what all the sore points of set 75292 are and why I ended up making this mock. I don't like complaining or making negative videos really, but I think it has to be done sometimes. Because once I'd seen images of the set back in 2020, and then when I'd first watched the reviews from all the usual channels, some of them did address some issues like the gaps in the fuselage and the rear of the engines, but I felt none of them really tackled what to me was the big problem with this set. Which is that when I compare this set with the Razorcrest in the show, or even compare it to models, it just doesn't look accurate at all. It looks like a Fisher Price version, like a junior version of the set. I don't understand how everyone seemed to lavish so much praise on the set, as I think I must be looking at something else. Especially as difficult angles and curves can be achieved in LEGO form. If you think about the Ghost, any Slave 1, the 2013 gunship, or the 2016 Krennic shuttle, it proves it's possible to achieve unusual angles in LEGO within the same price range as this. Instead, they used like 3 pieces. This elongated wedge, which is fine, but the corner here, what? The front section is probably the worst though. It does not look like this. Yes, it's similar, but it does not look like this. It's far too wide. It's not curved enough, and there's meant to be small windows here too. And why is it dark grey? I don't know why they went with that colour. For me, at this price of a set, this area is just way off and not accurate at all. Everything forward of the engines is also far too short. This area should look more like the Republic gunship. Look at the model, for example. But we have this stubby, short fuselage, and the top of the cockpit area is way too short and has all these gaps in it. It looks terrible. This should be smooth. I bought this ages ago, but it was given as a present in May for my youngest birthday, and we only actually built it recently in the summer holidays, so it's not mine. It's not for me to put on display like other sets, it's used as a toy, and this is me getting to the point of my video because objectively, as a toy, I think this set kinda sucks. My kids properly play with Lego toys. They swoosh them about, they have battles, they use the play features, and they put figures in and out. The Technic frame of this set is a solid build, I'll give them that, but oh my goodness, this thing falls apart all the time. These doors are useless, they flap about all the time as soon as you pick it up, or if you bank it to the side in flight. It's so annoying. The hinge breaks, it just falls off. The side door, which is the entrance ramp, just breaks off immediately as soon as they pick it up. It's the first thing that falls off. These folding down side panels are a good build, so is the bed actually, but there's no other interior space like Mando's weapon store or anything really. It just... The landing skids, at first I thought were fine, they're positioned to not be seen, but even the wee A-wings have retractable landing gear. They could have easily done it with this set. These carbon freeze pieces always seem to come loose and rattle about inside when they're playing with it. Up top there's this pretty cool escape pod, which is an interesting play feature, but it would be so handy if this opened up to get access to the interior as well. And it's not even in the show, so why did they include it? I'd actually rather have had a blurg side build and maybe just some more cargo space instead. David at the channel Solid Brick Studio in his review suggested a Technic handle could be put here so you can more easily carry it and swoosh it about, which is a neat idea actually. I find though when the kids play with it, they grab the side at its center of gravity, which would be fine, but the doors break all the time, so they often hold either side of the engines instead. As for the cockpit, oh dear, it's not the best. There's not much detail. They've used the bog standard Lego sets in classic red, which is not good, and it would have been sweet to have had the spherical part from the control stick for Grogu to play with. The engines aren't the worst, the front area is really good, but the back, they forgot it's not like this at all. It's just not good enough. I really don't think it's good. Overall, I find the dimensions are all wrong. It doesn't achieve the angled bodywork, it's covered in studs, and in universe this has quite a smooth surface. The guns are too big and they don't move. I know in the show we don't see this, but why not make that a play feature? Instead we got an escape pod. I actually wonder how did this get past the internal review stage when they test it out with kids? But to me it's obvious. They didn't have time. They had like 8 months to do this. Once Disney and Lucasfilm had given them the release schedule and the design photos, they really did run out of time. And this kind of annoys me because it was £120 or $130 in the US, so it's not exactly a low end set. I mean, take a look at the latest Slave 1, it's £40 or so here in the UK. Sure, it's small, but it looks very accurate, smooth, and the shape is perfect. This is because they had loads of time to get this right. Someone has been working on it for ages, and this also proves what sort of angles and curves can be achieved even on a low budget set like this. I'm disappointed, and it's a delayed and very late subject for a video, given that this set has been out for ages now, but I'm kind of gutted for the kids because it's not a great play experience. So the kids did ask me to jazz it up, and unfortunately for them, I went to town on it and I spent 6 hours a day for the last 4 or 5 days to rebuild this into a kind of ultimate system scale Razorcrest, but with UCS level details, but it's still very swooshable, it's not too heavy, and it's playable, and it doesn't break easily. I've packed it with play features and righted all the wrongs, I think, including retractable landing gear. I am sorry to rant, I'm not saying the original set is total garbage. You know, it's got a lot of good points and the minifigures are fantastic, but bear in mind that this will end up being just like the Twilight, the Ghost, and the Marauder. They won't make another one. So this will be the only official Lego Razorcrest until perhaps they make a UCS version in the coming years. They won't revisit this. But what do you make of the official Lego set? Are you a fan? Or do you agree it has significant accuracy problems? Let me know in the comments. And if you disagree, then thanks for watching until the end. And if you think I'm onto something, then hey, give this video a thumbs up. And check out some of my other videos and click this next video here to see my version of the Razorcrest, and I'll catch you next time. Bye!